This is the mayor of the airways. Another beautiful day in paradise. Thanks for tuning in or watching us. And we're a new friend of mine, Eli Goins. And I'll tell you, well, he'll be your friend, too. And I'll tell you why. During the last hurricane in 2004, well, the big one that struck, not the one that Governor Scott was saying, we're all going to die, and nothing happened at all. That was a funny time. But he's the president, owner of Ocean Point Claims Company.
That's correct.
And that's a public adjuster.
Yes. We're a public adjusting firm who helps policyholders through their insurance claims.
Let me tell you, folks, just to be honest, most people don't understand this because I come from a generation where there was integrity. In this day and age, no insurance company, as far as I'm concerned, will ever give you what they owe you. You have to have an advocate. Well, now, this is going to cost you. No. Go ahead. You can collect your first check if you want, and then hire Eli, or you can ask Eli to come in right at the beginning and oversee the whole thing.
Absolutely, yeah. So we can handle from the very get-go, from hello. We have a claim here, and that way we can ensure that all of the information that's given to the insurance company won't catch the homeowner in a snare, because that's what the insurance company likes to do, is find reasons to not pay what they're supposed to pay or not pay at all.
Yeah. And that happened to me. They offered me a certain amount, had a public adjuster come in and got me an extra $40,000. Now, what did that cost me? It cost me, I think, 10%, 20%, whatever. Oh, hurricane, it was 10%. 10% of that. So if I offered you $100,000 and said, but you got to give me $10,000 back, would that be a good deal? Essentially, that's what you're doing.
Well, especially when it comes out at below deductible before you get me involved. So if I can turn a $0 claim into $100,000, which happens quite often,
yes,
I think the 10% is definitely worth it, because you certainly aren't going to get that on your own.
Do the insurance companies get nervous when we hire Eli?
Yes, they do. They do, because they know that we come with a full network and a full team in order to work somebody's claim. It's not just one person, and it's also not an uneducated homeowner. Something about me is I was on the insurance company side for a little over 10 years. So I learned the inside.
So you sold insurance.
I didn't sell insurance. I was an insurance adjuster for the carrier. And so
you really know your stuff. That's great.
Well, I like to liken it to prosecution turning defense. So you know what's coming. You know what their defenses are. You know what they're going to say. And you can bat it down really quick and get the claim guided in the right direction to come out to a satisfactory settlement, for sure.
And by the way, you can see Eli and his wife's new ad in Vero's Voice magazine, full page. Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate your support of our community broadcast here. And you can look at that at Vero's Voice. You can go to verosvoice.com, and or you can get the physical copy, whatever. But anyway, nice looking ad too. I think your wife created that.
Yeah, she's a graphic artist.
She's very good at what she does.
Yeah, she's great.
Because it's an upscale glossy, and we like to have nice looking ads. And that's a really nice looking ad. And we like to have nice, respectable people, and it's like the doctors I endorse. I met you guys, and I really like both of you in all sincerity, and I believe I can trust my people with you, and that's why.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate your support, but I also want you to know you have my support and my listeners. I won't put anybody on that I don't absolutely trust, particularly in situations like this. This is great what you're doing. So you were an adjuster for an insurance company, and then you jumped ship and went on the other side.
I love to sleep at night, and I couldn't sleep at night following their rules, their internal guidelines of how to basically cut corners without saying we're going to cut corners. And so I flipped my license to become an advocate for homeowners and business owners alike.
A public adjuster, and let's see, let me ask you this. What did I want to ask you? Something there. Okay, so there's no upfront costs.
There's no upfront cost. There's no recovery, no fee paid to us.
What does that mean, no recovery?
If we don't recover for you, let's say that we work a claim for you, and this never happens, but you never know. And we don't win. You don't pay us. All of our expenses that I have into
come out of the payment.
It all goes away. And so it's really a good situation to have somebody like me come in, look at what's going on with your house, sit down and explain your options, because we can't charge you until we've recovered for you. And
that's the law in the state of Florida?
That's correct. That's the law.
So people are totally protected with this. I had no idea before the 2004 hurricanes that you even existed.
Correct, yeah. Yep, I remember Francis, Jean, and Charlie came through Florida in 2004, and then 2005 was Katrina, Rita, and Wilma.
And Nationwide was not on my side.
Huh.
Remember the jingle? Nationwide is. I used to do jingles for radio. I don't know if you know that, for radio and TV when I lived in upstate New York.
That's cool.
So, and a jingle, they work. But Nationwide was not on my side because as soon as it was all done, they dropped me. Now, here's the thing that's stupid about dropping me. The chances, once you have a case, the chances of me having a second case are probably ad infinitum. I mean, just like not.
Yes.
Why get rid of a client when I've been paying you thousands of dollars?
I've always thought that myself.
A year? It's crazy.
What's crazy is when we succeed and we get somebody a brand new roof.
Yeah.
If you look at that, that's like hitting a reset button on that property. It's less of a risk. You have a brand new roof. It's not 30, 40 years old or whatever it may be. I would think that the insurance company...
It's a knee-jerk reaction.
That's true.
Some paper pusher in some office came up with that.
You don't look good on the spreadsheet, so you got to go.
Doesn't there a CEO in any of these companies who come and say, wait a second. They just had it then. Yeah, like what you just said.
Well, that's a great point, though, Rhett, because it all becomes a metric situation. To us, you're a friend. To your insurance company, you're just a who knows how long digit policy number. And so if you're too close to the water, your house is a certain age, you may have a whole bunch of frivolous claims or something in your past. I don't know what the case may be. They find some reason to let you go. And it typically happens after you filed a claim, which makes me wonder, why would they do that? Because, I explained it to the clients this way. I equate it to like a car warranty, since we all get those annoying calls all the time. If you were to put a car warranty on a 100,000-mile car or a 1,000-mile car, what would you do? What would you enjoy putting the warranty on better if you were the warranty company, in this case, the insurance company? I would rather insure a brand new roof than an old roof. And so when they pay for a roof and then they drop you,
the only thing, conjecture on my part, could be psychologically, if someone realizes they can get 100,000, then they'll come back and attempt to get more every year, find a problem or something that would be a headache.
It could be, and there's something I tell my clients. If you have 3 of the same type of claim in an 18-month period, you can pretty well expect to be non-renewed at the end of your policy term.
Yes,
and I think that's fair.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, insurance isn't to pay your mortgage. It's not to buy a new car.
No.
But, sometimes bad things happen to a house and you've got a couple claims.
What I'm concerned about is where are our congressmen? And, where are our senators? They're supposed to be representing the people. And I remember I read long ago, maybe 20 years ago, that anybody goes to, was it Abraham Lincoln? Somebody said it. Was it Jefferson said, anybody goes to Washington goes first and foremost to represent themselves.
That's right.
Which is not the way it should be.
Right.
Because if you're a statesman, you shouldn't be running for the office the second time. While you're in office, you should be running that office to the best of your ability.
I agree.
And, of course, now they're having these think tanks where they're taking everybody from the office of the congressman or the senator and sending these young people out, because when the senator doesn't get reelected, or the congressman, those people stay there. So the people really making the policy changes are the people in the office, because the congressman's out there from day one. They have to collect $50,000 either a day or a week in order to start saving the money in order to run for the office again.
Well, the legislative changes, the pulse in the industry changes when Tallahassee changes. So as the turnover is there, we feel it. There's a new law that I'll talk about for a second. It came into effect on July 1st of last year. That's interesting. Since we're talking about insurance companies being creative and figuring out how to deny and whatnot, there's a new law that says that we have to give the insurance company notice that we're going to get after them litigiously. Let's say that we have a claim and it's been underpaid, and our only choice at that point, which doesn't happen on every case, but it does sometimes, we have to file a lawsuit. Now the law says that we have to give the insurance company notice, 10 days that we're going to do that. Who do you think that benefits?
Them, because then they could file a lawsuit against the person ahead of time.
Well, they can actually throw some things in
because
there
they're
to
in
slow
the
it down.
back pocket of our
Thank you.
politicians.
That's why I mentioned that. Who does that benefit? Only the insurance company. It's like waving a flag saying, "Hey, here we come." You know?
Think you'll run for office ever?
No.
No, you know that's the problem. You're not an egomaniac.
Right.
Why can't we get normal, good? You know, in the days of old, we had the farmers. The second president of the United States. Well, actually, I don't know about Washington, but I know that Adams and Jefferson both were farmers. They did this as a service to the public.
Right.
They didn't go into to wield power and make a lot of money off of us.
My whole
It's
focus
so
is
corrupt.
the client. You know, and I
We
don't.
need good people to run for office.
I've got a couple of public adjuster friends that live up in the Panhandle. One is in law school, which is putting him on his, and he's 40 plus years old. He's fed up. He's going to run for office.
Well, good. Let me know
So,
when he does. We'll
yeah.
get behind him.
Yeah, we need
honest
people like that.
We do.
Yeah. I'm just too busy every day working for the homeowner, making sure that I help one person at a time and get their claim set in the right trajectory.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Northwest Oklahoma originally.
Oklahoma. Can anything bad come out of Oklahoma?
Oh boy, we've got tornadoes, hail.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, yes. There's quite a few celebrities. Blake Shelton is
Blake
from
Shelton. Is he
from Oklahoma.
Oh.
Hmm.
What is it with Oklahoma and the country singers? They got a bunch of
It's the
them.
country,
You know?
you know.
There's
So-
also a glut of good musicians in Indiana.
That's true. That is true.
I
That's
went up there to
little
do
pocket.
recordings. I went up there to do some gospel recordings years ago, and I'm thinking, where are all these? And if people don't understand, you can have the best studio in the world in Miami, but if you ain't got the cats like they have in Nashville, they're
Right.
called the cats. Man, they're studio dudes. They're paid a lot of money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars an hour, but they come up with a lick that makes it a hit song. I mean, that's what you want, the creme de la creme. For some reason, in Nashville, there's a glut. Muscle Shoals, Alabama. That's a freaky place. I've been there. I've actually recorded at Fame Studio. They don't know why. All of a sudden, it's this little tiny town. Alabama, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. All these famous people came out of there.
Wow.
It's like, and the same thing with this Indiana, recorded with, I was born in a small town, Mellencamp. His drummer played on my stuff, Dane.
Well, he talks about Indiana.
Yeah.
In that song. That's right.
Yeah.
Another notable person that's from the same town that Garth Brooks is from. She has nothing to do with music, but the Water Tower in Yukon, Oklahoma, where Garth is from, also says home of Shannon Miller, which was a gold medalist.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, Oklahoma's got quite a few people that you see in Hollywood are from there.
Didn't you tell me that somebody
Did you
named
know
their-
Brad Pitt is from Oklahoma?
Oh, is he?
That's true.
Yeah, I like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Moneyball.
That's right.
That's a new classic.
Yep.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara has a way of picking up classics. Like I watched it, I thought, oh, this is a good movie. All of a sudden, she'll watch something 3-4 times. I was going, this has got to be it. Sure enough, like she picked Mohican, the Mohican.
The Last of?
Yeah, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
That's really a classic. Well done. Anyway, let's get back to you. So you're originally from Oklahoma. How does a guy from Oklahoma end up on the east coast of Florida?
Well, as I said, I used to work for the insurance companies. So I used to be what's called a catastrophe adjuster. Things that happen, on a catastrophic scale to homeowners and to the insurance company. That's why they call it a CAT. And so I would go all over the country where there would be high wind and hail or fires, tornadoes, and work those storms, work a couple hundred claims, and then go home. I got tired of traveling the country all the time. I was never home. I stayed in a bus for 6 months at one point.
Not fun.
Not fun. And so I settled into a daily job in South Florida and did that for almost 10 years. And then flipped my license to become an advocate for homeowners because, mainly people see damage in their home and they don't realize that, one, it is damage. Two, it very well may be covered. And three, they don't know how to proceed with that. And I'll go to the fourth. They don't understand the domino effect that kicks in when they see damage in their house. So I wanted to be able to explain that to people and not be the person that shows up to their house to underpay them because I'm handcuffed.
Right.
I can actually walk in and explain to somebody as a friend, here are your options.
My first adjuster after the hurricane,
Yes.
this guy comes driving up in his pickup truck from South Carolina, and he has a barbecue behind it.
Oh, boy.
He owns a barbecue.
And he's an adjuster.
And he's an adjuster on the side.
Yeah.
And he comes in and adjusts my house. And, of course, the public adjuster got me an extra. It was either $40,000 or $60,000. A friend of mine on the beach, public adjuster got them. He owns 2 restaurants. He's no longer alive now, but $900,000. So, people, if you're listening to this, make sure your spouse listens to this, your best friend. This broadcast will save you a lot of money. The insurance companies are not your friend.
Well, you made a really good point that I'd like to expound on.
Sure.
You had an adjuster show up from out of state pulling a smoker. How much do you think that gentleman, although probably a very nice guy,
Yeah.
but he's not local, how does he know about our local Florida building codes?
Yeah.
How does he know about local policy with these insurance companies?
Miami-Dade and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all different. So you want somebody that's familiar, that's in your backyard. And that we service the whole Treasure Coast.
By the way,
we handle all of Florida.
I know you can go to Vero's Voice magazine and see their full page ad, but what is your phone number?
It is 561-922-7304.
Okay, give that again, would you?
561-922-7304.
7304. The name of the company?
Is Ocean Point Claims Company.
Ocean Point
And our
Claims.
website is oceanpoint.claims. It's not .com. It's a cool one. It's .claims.
Claims. Very
Correct.
good.
Which is actually our company name. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
Isn't that
neat.
great? Oceanpoint.claims.
You can read about us. You can see our TV commercial there. Meet the whole team. There's 12 of us at the firm.
Oh,
we have a
really?
lot of fun helping homeowners succeed.
12 of you.
That's correct.
You're busy.
Yeah, there's got to be enough of us to help the clients.
So predominantly, well, I know also people need to be aware of this, and this really isn't under your, I don't think it's under your umbrella of authority, but when I did get my claim last time, and an adjuster got me a whole lot more money than was offered me when I had something go wrong in the kitchen, this guy came to put in the lights, those, what do you call those receding lights?
The
there?
recess lights.
And then all the light, we had to redo the walls, everything.
Right.
This guy comes up from Port St. Lucie. He says, well, it was either 8,000 or 8,500. I forget right now. Somebody says, why don't you get a second opinion from a guy in town here, an electrician? He came down, guess what he charged, and did a great job, $1,500, saving me $6,500.
Wow.
Had some work done on my roof last year. I won't give his name. He's not an advertiser. I'm trying to get my friend to advertise with this. He's become my friend because I met him at a networking breakfast. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so this one guy comes over and says, well, this will be $4,500 for this little repair on the roof. Well, let's call somebody else. Oh, I met this guy at a networking group. He came over. He said, I can do it for $900. He did it for $900. He's since done more other work for us for different things. And I tell you what, you've got to be careful and
He paid it forward and won you over because he's honest. He wasn't.
And I asked him last
quadruple
night, I
dipping.
said, how could you do this? He says, well, an honest wage for an honest day. You know, that's how in my case, my father, that's how your grandfather, there was a code of ethics.
Yes.
And that's, and by the way, that's the fragrance you will inhale when you go to Ocean Point. I've been down to their offices, and your office is below Stewart, Hope Sound, right?
Yes, we're at Hope Sound.
But you also are having more to do with this area, too.
Oh, well, we've got clients stretched literally right now from Pensacola to Key West.
That's
if that tells
great.
you. I mean, we cover the entire state of Florida. I'm local to this area. I personally live in Stewart, so I'm right down the road.
Confusion Corner.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. But our offices are located in Hope Sound at Bridge and US 1.
Yeah, I was there. Very nice. And ironically, you happened to be next door to an insurance company.
Oh, boy. Yes. That's been the funny part of being in that office is I don't want to say they're our enemy. They're not our enemy.
No.
But it is the insurance representative that we share a wall with. And,
You're the advocate for the people.
Hey, when somebody wants to go into the agency's office and they're upset about how their claim's working, they see our window that says insurance claims help. So I think it's pretty creative on our part.
And once again, having experienced the devastation of a hurricane, you're the public adjuster, which is what this gentleman is, will not get paid until he makes you more money and otherwise he doesn't get paid. So this is all legitimate and upfront. You really, really are an advocate.
And we don't just handle hurricanes and storms.
What else do you handle?
Kitchen fires, water leaks. People may not understand
Anything to do.
anything. Yeah, you may have water leaking underneath your kitchen sink right now, and your kitchen cabinets may be a little swollen. I could come in there, and it's a very good chance that I'd get you a brand new kitchen.
I wonder how come people sell out their souls so cheap. I remember when we had the hurricane, I had a $7,000 deductible.
They're uneducated. They're scared. That's why.
Yeah. But so I called up this lady. Who knows if she was in the Carolinas to wherever she was in the United States. She says, "Oh, well, it sounds like you have about $7,000 worth of damage." I said, "What a coincidence! That's my deductible." Then I pushed, and the adjuster came down from the Carolinas with his pickup truck and his barbecue mechanism behind it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he said, "Well, this is about 40-something thousand," and then of course I found out that there was what you do for a living, and that's a public adjuster. Got me an additional like 60,000 or whatever it was, folks. So what's the phone number again? Oh, it's called OceanPoint.claims. OceanPoint.claims. Remember that, OceanPoint.claims. Or you can call Eli at
561-922-7304.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in and talking with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And we're going to put this on our podcast, too. So if you've heard this, let your spouse listen to it. If you care about somebody so they don't get beat, let me tell you, you'll be a winner if you call Ocean Point Claims, OceanPoint.claims. OceanPoint.claims. Okay, we'll be right back, folks.